So I was at the gym the other day with my friend Paul. Paul's not really his name, but if I put out his personal information, he'll kill me. Anyways, Paul's a power lifter, real big dude, real strong. And I think he's been powerlifting for about a couple of years now. Never done any meets or anything like that. He's like super low-key guy. And before that, he was into strongman and arm wrestling. Basically, any feat of strength, this guy's all over it. And I remember the gym was just packed. You know, there was just people everywhere. And everybody was fighting over leg training equipment, which I was like, I thought maybe we got hit by an asteroid or something like that, because nobody ever fights over leg training equipment. It's always like the bench press or something like that. And all of a sudden, I just asked him, I said, you know, what do you do as far as supplementation, as far as diet goes? And he said he ate 6 meals a day, and he drank his eggs in the morning, which I think is pretty cool, very like retro-ish or whatever, very safe. You have more chances of getting hit by an ice cream truck than getting salmonella from drinking eggs, so there's no problem there. And he said he takes glutamine every so often, takes BCAA powder sometimes during really hard workouts. Not all workouts, just really hard ones. And that was it. And I was waiting for him to talk about protein powder, so I just said, you know, hey, Paul, do you take a protein drink? He's like, no, that's just for bodybuilders. I was like, what? I'm like, Paul, you're a power lifter. You know, this is strenuous activity here. You're breaking muscle tissue. You know what I mean? I said, Paul, just out of curiosity, how long before you get home, or when do you eat your meals? Do you bring your meals? Are they in the car at least, or something like that? He's like, no, I drive home, you know, and he lives out in Middletown. I still haven't put out your name, though, so you can't. He lives out in Middletown, and our gym's at Westport, and it takes him about half an hour to get there. And then, you know, he says he likes to shower, watch some ESPN. So basically, after doing all the math, Paul doesn't eat his post-workout meal until anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours after the workout. I said, Paul, there's no wonder why you're sore all the time and why you're always complaining about your joints hurting. It's because your muscles need immediate nutrition after you work out, as soon as 5 minutes after you work out. Even if you were to bring your raw eggs and drink those after your workout, they're not going to digest fast enough. Whole meals aren't going to digest fast enough. So he's like, well, what do I do? Like, you need a protein drink. So, of course, I talked to him about one of my great sponsors, Tokyo Nutrition, who make the delicious Tokyo protein, which comes in chocolate and vanilla. I told him about it. I told him to go to tokyonutrition.com. I told him to use discount code BUILDMUSCLE, save 10% off. But what I really told him was, in addition to that, was like, you really need a protein drink. So he's like, okay, well, Tokyo protein, does it taste good? I'm like, Paul, well, I almost said his real name. I said, Paul, the question should not be, does it taste good? Yes, Tokyo protein tastes delicious. I'm a fan of the chocolate, but the vanilla tastes very good too. But your question should be calories, protein, carbs, cholesterol. So I said, okay, since you didn't ask me, I'm going to impart this wisdom on you, because I know he's going to go out and order the Tokyo protein, but he had to know about it before ordering it. So I said, look, per scoop, it's 118 calories, one of the lowest caloric proteins out there. Virtually cholesterol free, only 3 grams of carbohydrate, only 1 gram of sugar, 22 grams of anabolic pure protein. He was impressed. And, you know, because he's a big egg guy, and I said, like, 1 egg is 6 grams of protein. This is 22 grams in 1 scoop, and it tastes really good. I don't care how old school you are, nobody thinks raw eggs taste good. So, you know, I think we got a new fan for the Tokyo protein. But it's just crazy to me that powerlifters and strongmen and, you know, even soccer players, basketball players, they don't think that protein powder is for them. They just think it's for bodybuilders. It's for everyone. If you're training, you need protein.